PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. Well, it's interesting how everything comes full circle. So if you'd have known me back in the 90s, I did a program all around the nation called Sales Line 1. So that was the thing you used to hear in the dealership. Sales Line 1, Sales Line 1. And everybody would scramble to the phone because it was somebody wanting to buy a Toyota. And we learned phone skills, and there is a lot of phone companies out there. Let me just say, I've been contacted by so many dealerships. What we've done to people over the last 3 years is they've come in the dealership and the car hasn't been available. It was already sold. It wasn't inbound yet. They couldn't even come and see the product. So more and more people started actually picking the telephone up again and calling live to the dealership and going, I'd like to see a limited 4Runner. Do you have one? And we have not been training phone skills for a long time. There are a lot of phone skills companies out there that are still charging to do phone skills. Now, the way they do it is they call your dealership and they record anybody that does a bad job. Then they send it to the owner or the general manager. And I just think that is, first of all, I'm not in a place that I'm going to ever make fun or talk negative about a sales professional because I've been in the business too long and it's just not going to be done. So I'm not going to sit there and make my money based upon your failures. And every one of us can have a bad phone call. Customer could be not giving us any information. But the real deal about these phone programs is all they want you to do is set an appointment, bring the customer in. And as a management team now in 2024, the customer has the ability to see the price and to get financing before they ever come in, to know everything about what's available on the vehicle, and the full walk around done by some professional that did a walk around on a 3-year-old vehicle 3 years ago. It's still on the internet. And so if they really wanted to be there, they wouldn't be on the phone. So I've got a simple rule about phone skills and success. If you end the phone call with an agreement to continue, obviously if they set an appointment, that's an agreement to continue. If they say, can you send me some additional information, that's an agreement to continue. If you have their phone number and you can do digital videos and send a video out introducing yourself and giving them a reason why to buy from you, that's an agreement to continue. And so the whole focus of the phone call is be so tight with what you're trying to achieve that you can listen to the customer. In the 90s, I would put a big central speaker in the middle of the training room with up to 100 salespeople at a time. And I would call local dealerships, competitive dealerships to the Toyota stores, and I would call them on the phone. And obviously you know that I got some really horrible phone calls. I had one guy one time say, hey, we're really busy today. Can you call back tomorrow? If the owner would have heard that, there would have been an explosion in the dealership because we spend a lot of money on our phone system and it's another customer that somehow we've advertised enough that they're interested in buying our product. So we have to be better than that on the phone. What am I trying to accomplish? I don't want to take all day doing this. First of all, I'm going to say something like sales information. That's the way I'm going to answer the phone, sales information. If they get transferred to parts, they're going to say parts. That's not the right place. Sales information, which is the reason they called and who they're dealing with. So I got that. And I say sales information, this is KC. I'm going to give them my name up front. Whether they remember it or not, doesn't matter. It's professional. What vehicle have you selected? Very interesting. And again, these words are general words that I use, and you can make up your own. But the rule is write down what you want to say and practice it so that if the customer interrupts you and starts telling you something you need to know, when they stop, you can go right back to what you want to say. Sales information, this is KC. What vehicle have you selected? The answer to that's going to be Camry SE, Camry XSE, or really haven't decided yet. Doesn't matter as long as they answer. If they do say Camry XSE, write it down. You don't have to remember it, write it down. You should have, if you answer a phone call, you should be able to write it down. Sales information, this is KC, what vehicle have you selected? And then I go, great. So the word great is a reward word. You know, they selected a Camry. I'm going, oh, it's fantastic. Great choice. And so I know you think that's for the customer, but it's really for you because it's really hard to say the word great like this. Great. Great. And so now your attitude's up. Maybe you should stand up when you're on the phone because sometimes you sound like you're sitting down. So get up, get excited, be positive. Great. That is a great choice. Do me a favor. Spelling of your last name. You could say, can I have your name? And the answer might be no. Spelling of your last name, you've heard a million times. Spelling of your last name in your first. And so now I'm going to write that down. Are you calling from home or work? Now I know if they're doing some research or at work or at home, and I want to find out what that location is. Are they close to us or whatever? So at the end, I'm going to make this shorter. I'm going to end this right now. But at the end, what I want to have written down is my name, my dealership, and what they're going to purchase. So it's really not that. It's what they're going to buy, where they're going to buy it, and who they're going to buy it from. So at minimum, your word track that you produce yourself should make sure that the customer physically writes your name down. I can't tell you how many times that a customer showed up at a Toyota dealership asking for a salesperson that worked at another Toyota dealership. Did they call 6 dealerships? Yes. Did they get confused on who they thought was the best salesperson and they went to meet them? Yes. Did they show up at the wrong place? Yes. Did that place sell them a car? Absolutely. So make sure that you're protecting the only asset that you really need to protect, which is you. Have your name, the car, and the dealership written down at minimum. And once you go past that point, if you're having a general conversation and listening with a customer, there are so many things that you can actually accomplish before they ever come in. In fact, let's do this. Let's stop setting appointments and start setting deliveries. PK52, the Saturday morning meeting.